Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're going to take a look back after adopting Gunna The Presa Canario Puppy 1 week on. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea and let us get into the video. So ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. And as the title suggests, today's video is about what it's like 1 week on from adopting Gunna The Presa Canario. Now, I'm not a dog breeder or a dog trainer in any way, shape or form, so please just take my experiences, not as gospel, but as experiences. And let's get stuck into the video. First and foremost, the Presa Canario, as a breed, they are amazingly clever. Gunna in particular, because he's so young, still has a lot to learn in terms of being streetwise and stuff like that. And 1 week on, what can I say? Me and the family, we have absolutely fallen in love with him. We really have. You know, I know he's a bit derpy, and I know he's a bit bouncy and a bit jump happy and a bit bitey and stuff like that, but he's a puppy. It's expected. And I can honestly say, even though, you know, I have got a few, you know, puncture wounds on my arms and a few scratches here and there, I wouldn't change him for the world. When he's in his loving, derpy phase throughout the day, he is the most gentle, the most loving, the most soppy big dog you'll ever come across. You know, he's full of kisses, full of hugs, full of, you know, just general snuggliness. And he's just, you know, just an amazing dog. Even with what he's been through in his short life, with being moved from one family to the next, he really is starting to come into his own now. You know, he's a cheeky chappy. I'm not going to say he's not, because he is, but I wouldn't change him for the world. He is as derpy as he looks sometimes, but like I said, I wouldn't change him for the world. We took him to the vets earlier this week to give him a general health check to make sure he's okay and, you know, he's up to date with his jabs and all the rest of it, which thankfully he is. He's also chipped, which is nice, so we now know that he is actually chipped and insured, so that's all good there. In terms of his temperament, he's an amazing dog, he really is. You know, I know this is a channel about motorbikes and stuff like that, but when something this life-changing comes about, you know, I have to tell you guys, you know what I mean? Because I don't want you guys to think that you know, my channel is solely about bikes. Well, it's predominantly about bikes, but I wouldn't want to say it's everything bikes. I try to throw in a bit of, you know, personal activity in there as well. You know, I'd rather tell you guys the whole truth and stuff like that, and I'd rather turn around and say to you guys, look, this is a situation. I may or may not be able to put out a video this week because of this, and this. However, thankfully, timing wise, it's actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. And what I mean by that is that with riding backwards and forwards from one place to another, like back home and so on, it gives me a chance to actually talk to you guys and explain a few things, you know, tell you a bit more about Gunna as a dog, as a personality and so on, which is something that I've sort of always wanted to do, really. And me and the missus, we've been talking about getting a big dog for a bloody long time. We had opportunities in the past of getting a big dog, but for one reason or another it fell through. But now that we've got Gunna, I kid you not, apart from having a baby of our own, our family is complete. It really is. And, you know, what can I say? The training's going really well with Gunna. You know, he's learning not to pull on the lead. He's still very, very good at sitting and waiting for his food when we tell him to sit, stay and so on. One thing that I was told to be aware of with the Presa as a breed is that I need to be very, very aware that they can get very, very possessive over things like their toys and their food. But thankfully, it turns out that Gunna is actually more praise driven rather than food or toy driven, which is great, because the more he does well, the better he gets praised, naturally. You know, that's just, you know, the natural way of things. You do well, you get praised for it. You do badly, you get told off for it. And he's slowly but surely learning that. And his colouring, again, is beautiful. I love his colouring. Like I said in the previous video, his sort of like tiger brindle kind of pattern. It's not very often you see it. But, you know, I just love his colouring. And I know I said in a previous video that he's very boisterous, and yes, he is. But at the end of the day, I think that's more him as an individual dog rather than as a breed, if that makes any sense. Because, as I said in a previous video, unfortunately, Gunna has not been castrated, neutered, whatever you want to call it. So he's got all that excess aggression, well, not aggression, but all that excess energy. And with me being the only other male in the house, you know, the testosterone with Gunna, it does run high with him. You know, he's a very powerful young dog, but he's slowly but surely learning that when it comes to trying to challenge me, especially, it's not going to work, because I am equally, if not a lot stronger than he is right now. And I think it'll be a little while before he gets to a point where he can challenge me in any way, shape or form. Because not wanting to blow my own trumpet, but I've been told by more than one person that I am freakishly strong. And I'm not the most muscular bloke in the world. I just want to put that out there. But in terms of, you know, overall strength, I'm probably one of the stronger people in my circle of friends. One of the stronger people within the workplace that I'm in, and probably in my family as well. But, you know, that aside, with Gunna being as young as he is, he's still got a lot of growing to do. And once he's fully grown, I may have a bit more of a hard time with him. But until that time comes, I'm just going to go with it, do what I can, train him to the best of my ability, and just literally just, you know, be the best trainer, the best doggy daddy I can be to him. Because at the end of the day, he is a fur baby. He's our fur baby, and naturally we want the best for him. So as you can imagine, when he does well, he gets a stupid amount of praise. He gets treats quite often when he does well. And with the whole learning, with the sit, the stay, you know, the down when he's jumping and stuff like that, he's learning all that really, really quickly. And I'm really, really proud of that, because it just goes to show, or it's a true testament to the dog as a breed in terms of how quickly they learn. Because like I said, we've only had him for just over a week, and he's already learned, you know, to sit on command, wait for his food, stop pulling when he's told to. You know, all the basic commands he pretty much knows, which is amazing for just a week's worth of training. And, you know, like I said, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see that a dog like Gunna, like I've already said, who hasn't had the best start in life, is already learning to be part of the family. He's already got his forever home with me and the missus and our daughter, so he's not going anywhere anytime soon. He is part of the family. No matter what happens from now, from this point onwards, or should I say from last week onwards, there's no way Gunna is getting sold or given away or put in a shelter or anything like that. He is our fur baby, and that's how it's going to stay. Also, I will be bringing him onto the channel every so often, so if you guys want to see Gunna, just put it in the comments box down below. If you want to see Gunna, in the comments box down below, put hashtag Gunna, and Gunna's name is spelled G-U-N-N-A. Not how I would like to have spelled his name, which is G-U-N-N-E-R, but it is what it is. Also, I would just like to thank everyone for the continued support on the channel. I love how you guys are enjoying the content on the R1 almost as much as the content on the 1098. And just briefly touching upon the 1098 as a whole, I haven't sold her, she's still mine. I'm literally waiting for the end of February to come around because she currently has no MOT. So when the end of February comes around, I will be getting her MOT'd and ready for service, or should I say ready for road use, road service, whatever you want to call it. So you'll be seeing both the 1098 and the R1 on a regular basis this year, so keep a lookout for that. And while we're on the subject of keeping a lookout, if you aren't already, ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It would be great to have you on board, so you can enjoy the videos that I put out, you can enjoy my journeys, you can get to know me as a person, as a content creator, as a YouTuber, whatever you want to call it. Also, it'll give you a good insight into family life for me as an owner of a Presa Canario as well. So if you like dogs just as much as you like motorcycles, then this could be the channel for you. So if you want to be part of that, you want to get involved, then please consider subscribing. Also, if you'd like to follow me on any other types of social media, I am on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and I will put links to those various pages in the description of the video. So anyway, back to Gunna. There's only one thing that's really putting me off, well, not really putting me off, but a slight concern with Gunna, is that when he does the whole jumping thing, he stands on his hind legs. I kid you not, he's about 5'5" on his back legs, and bearing in mind how young he is, that's pretty tall. But you know, when me and the missus agreed to take Gunna on, we knew what we were getting into. We'd done our research. We knew that he was going to be a big dog. We knew that he was going to be knocking on somewhere in the region of about 50 kilos, 60 kilos when he was fully grown. We knew that he was going to be almost, you know, 32, 34 inches in height. So we knew that. And you know, we've tried to plan accordingly for it, as you can imagine. And obviously there's only so much planning you can do when you have a dog of that size. But like I've already said, we love him. We wouldn't change him for the world. And like I said in the previous video, that unfortunately, due to his overly boisterous behaviour, he is unfortunately going to have his testicles removed. As horrible as that sounds, we've been told it would be advised to have it done because he's a little bit too boisterous, to which case that could cause either personal injury or property damage to either one of us or potentially someone else. On another side note, ladies and gents, I will be opening a merch shop in the very near future, and I'll be having things like t-shirts, hoodies, and other random bits and pieces like that available on my merch shop, which once I've actually got it up and running, I will make sure to put a link to it in the description like I do with all my social medias. So if you guys are interested in buying a t-shirt or a hoodie or anything to do with the channel, then that's where you'll be able to get it from, so you guys can own a piece of history. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I want my channel to be part of history. I want to be able to use the R1 and the 1098 to make this channel as good as it possibly can be. And like I always say, or like I've already said, sorry, if you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It'd be great to have you on board. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure to click the like button, ring the bell so you're kept up to date with any new content when it drops. Also, if there's any questions that you guys have with regards to Gunna, his training, his food, what it's like owning him, or anything like that, please feel free to let me know in the comments box down below. And I will do my very, very best to try and answer those questions for you. Also, on yet another side note, ladies and gentlemen, you may or you may not have noticed that I am back to riding the bike in standard mode, and that is because, believe it or not, I now have far more confidence in these tyres. I've had the Michelin Pilot Road 4s on the bike for about 3 days now, and I can honestly say these are by far and away more confidence inspiring than any of the other tyres that I've had on, well, any bike that I've actually, in inverted commas, owned. The next items on the list for the R1 are going to be some braided hoses for the front, hopefully a mid-pipe decat delete, mid-pipe delete thing. Sorry, let me say that again. A mid-pipe decat, and maybe, just maybe, if I have the money, a quick shifter, to which case we get the nice pops and bangs going on. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as always, like I've already said, and I will continue to say, thank you for your continued support. It does mean the world to me, and I hope you enjoy the content that I put out as much as I enjoy making it. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys have been absolutely fucking awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy, look after yourselves, look after each other, enjoy life, enjoy your bikes and so on. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adios!